Welcome back for another edition of the Unconventional Grower, Plot 14, somewhere in the big wide world. It's the 17th of February, and today we've got about an hour up on the site. Other things doing. Just as we're taking a look at the place, we can see missing is one of those artichokes. So that's not gone well. And another thing missing is that brassica, that calabrese, that was growing nicely there. So that is a bit of an indication to us all, and we know this lesson anyway, that things need to be covered up because the pigeons are an absolute pest. They will take anything and everything. Not done too bad here, but they're now obviously starting to cause havoc. It appears as well we've had some form of wildlife digging and scratching around. But anyway, that's causing a distraction. Today, we're going to be giving this food foresty area a bit of a fettle up. I'm going to get rid of that bit of a broken, well, it wasn't a broken branch actually. This was probably the best branch for apples last season, but we're going to give that a cut back. So this site, this bit here, and then once we've done that, we'll see where we are. And, well, let's get cracking. Before we do get cracking, however, I would like to give you an update on the rhubarb. That is looking pretty healthy. That is not bad. Give that a couple of weeks, we might be getting this first harvest of rhubarb. Over in this side, the different variety is also now starting to peek its way through. Just another job as well that we need to do, but not today, is to turn that over into there. That means that at some point we'll be able to get to the compost at the bottom to start filling our beds out, which is what you need, a good healthy compost system. On this site we've got 6 bays. Here's been 2. Right at the bottom of there, over there, behind the green bin, is another 2, and we've got another 2 there. And quite often when we have the manure drops, that comes once a year, that will go here, in this area here, and we can quite quickly and easily get them disbanded into those bays. So, that's got a lot of crap in it, this needs tidying out, but such like, and that's not going to compost down anytime soon. Yeah, so I just thought I'd show you that, and right, we will get on with those tasks. Now, something I want to show you is that just as we're trimming the plum, we've found, so here's the graft. At this point here, the tree is not a plum, and at this point here, it is a plum. And what we can see here, there's a couple of shoots from below the grafting point, which means that this bit here, this here, is not a plum. It has to go, because it's just going to take all the nutrients out that should be going into the plum. So you want as much nutrients going up here as possible, and these need to come out. I might need to get a little saw on this one actually, because there's a bit of a nub in there we must have trimmed before that's branching, sprouting the branches. So we'll get that cut off and remain on task. So we've just taken the opportunity while we're down this area of the plot to give the raspberry canes a trim down. That wasn't something that was on the backlog, but it should have been. But rather than put it on, we've just got the job done. So one less thing to do. Meanwhile, we'll just have a look at the cabbages. Not doing too bad. And right, let's get back to this task here. Just about to take in a minute on the old bench. I'll give you an update on the progress. So we've gone out the old asparagus. That's looking a little bit better. Bushes have been given a bit of a trim. The honeyberry, which is this bush here, in fact there's a second bush over there, that's now been given a trim so we can get in and out of this path. The black currants have now, we're probably 2/3 of the way, giving them a trim. This gooseberry down here has also been given a cut back. I don't know why the MOD don't use gooseberry bushes in the line of defence, given the amount of spikes and prickles there is on there. They're absolutely deathly, beastly things they are. We've also got the rosemary there that's growing a little bit wild. That just needs a bit of a trim. Because that's getting a bit too vigorous. I might actually tie that up as opposed to trimming that. So that's where we are. Right, break time. So we've really gone to town on the black currants. They've had a really good trim back down. We've got quite a lot of dead wood out of there as well. And what we could do now is, next time, one of the next times we're on, start getting rid of some of these weeds and then start putting the wood chips around. We can get rid of these boards, this board here and this board here. Kind of don't need it in there. We might be able to recycle it. So we've given this a bit of a trim down as well. So that's that done. Next time we're on, these just need a little trim down because they don't look too bad actually on closer inspection. But we've got some of that couch grass there, we need to get that out. These have been trimmed. The rasps, these gooseberries, those gooseberries over there, they can do with a trim down or setting on fire, one or other. You know, the thorns that's on them buggers. And then we've got something to do with these old Swedes. They're no good, they need to come out. We might be able to get something off that one, maybe not. We'll have to have a look. And then, unfortunately, you know, I said one of the last times that I was on that we might not need to do this anytime soon, but again, on closer inspection, there's holes all over the place. This ain't gonna last long in any kind of high wind, so this is gonna need a fettle out. We've got a bulb of some description growing over there. A lot of woody woodlouses down there. Look at all the worms in as well. So we need to get this fettled out. So it's going to have to get bumped on the list. It's going to get bumped up the list. A few dandelions growing in there. This could do with a bit of a fettle out, but that ain't going to take much. Neither is this little bit over here, just behind the walnut. So, and then we've got these blue things, which I'm thinking we can just put them over there and maybe put some brassicas in this bed. This one's full of asparagus, so I'm not touching that. I'm looking forward to them coming through, but you could just do with little trimming, little tidy up. This is an apricot. I could do with just giving that maybe a little cut back, but I'm half tempted not to. This is had a trim. Obviously our box houses, as we're now going to be calling them, is ready to accept the plastic sheet. So that could be something that we get done next time. There's a few cauliflowers in there. And then we just need to get this tidied up. This is going to be where we're going to increase our pea production, as opposed to having the runner beans going up there, because it's not something we really eat that often. So why not just grow what you like? And then we've got some chard growing here, volunteer chard. Basically volunteer means the seeds have dispersed in the wind, they've self-seeded. We don't fight that, we encourage it. These are all the seeds from the land cress, and as you can see, sprouted over there, so we want to encourage that a little bit because it's a nice little addition to a salad. And yeah, so this will need this border need to fettle out. We need to get some compost out of that compost bin into here, and then at that point that's going to be ready to accept the peas that we haven't yet sown. So that's going to be another job. So we're just weighing the thing up. Obviously this needs a stain down. All this kind of stuff's already on the backlog, we already know about it. And that beastly thing needs to come out as well because it's terrible. So next time we've got the power tools on, we'll have to give this a quick tickle. Few weeds growing through there, but again, 2 minutes, that's all it'll take. Oh, look at them. Little parsnips coming through there. Might leave them to see what they can do for themselves. And that's it. So that's Saturday done. I'm hoping we can be back on tomorrow, weather permitting. And we'll just have to see what we can get done. That's going to take an hour to get all that off. We know that from that. And it's going to take about 2 hours, maybe 2.5, to get the construction done and get it stained. And we said that we didn't want to risk the tea, but if we can do it, time it well where there's no frost, we could get away with that. And I think we can get that on first, the sheet, and then we'll just work round really. Maybe that one's next because it has got a few useful things in here. And look again, someone's been digging over here. I'm half tempted to put a trail camera up and see what's causing it. I've got a feeling it's a rat or a mouse, some kind of rodenty type creature. But as we can see, more evidence of the blighters down here. So we work with nature, we don't. They'll be doing a job under there, so we'll see what they're doing when we turn this over into here, and then we've got access to the compost. So yeah, a very strong position we find ourselves in, and it's a shame to waste the day really. We're not wasting the day, but not to utilise the full day. Tomorrow it could be absolutely sailing it down, and we'll just, I suppose we'll be in the greenhouse sowing seeds. But for now, that's it. Happy Saturday, and we'll see you soon.